just gonna break the hands of 3 drunk kids.
There's 4 of us here.
One of you's gotta drive to the hospital.
Ooh.
Amazon Prime Video's Reacher is getting even bigger in Season 4, and they've just dropped some exciting news. 8 new cast members are joining the show. This comes right after Alan Ritchson, who plays Jack Reacher, confirmed that the next season will adapt Gone Tomorrow, the 13th book in Lee Child's long-running series. Fans were already speculating about it when the show's Instagram posted a behind-the-scenes photo of a Reacher script casually left on a New York City subway bench. Pretty clever tease. Although we don't have an exact release date yet, it sounds like we can expect Season 4 sometime in early or mid-2026. According to Prime Video, the new cast lineup includes Jay Baruchel, Sidel Noel, Agnes Moe, Aang Gunn, Kevin Corrigan, Kevin Weissman, Mark Blucas, and Kathleen Robertson. It's quite the mix. Baruchel's probably the biggest name for many fans. He's the goofy voice behind Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon and starred in comedies like This Is the End. Corrigan's another familiar face, known for The Departed and Pineapple Express, and he recently popped up in Poker Face Season 2. Then there's Sidel Noel, who you might remember from Black Panther and Netflix's Glow. Aang Gunn and Agnes Moe, meanwhile, bring some international star power as well-known singers from Indonesia. So, who's playing who? Baruchel steps into the role of Jacob Merrick, a small-town cop. Noel is Tamara Green, a detective with the Philadelphia Police. Agnes Moe plays Lila Hoth, a young Indonesian woman traveling with her mom, Amisha Hoth, played by Aang Gunn, as they come to Philly to look for Lila's American biological father. Corrigan will play Doherty, who's Tamara's detective partner. On top of that, Kevin Weissman is taking on Russell Plum, a journalist from D.C. who's been poking around a suspected CIA black site. Mark Blucas will play Congressman John Sampson, with Kathleen Robertson as his wife Elsbeth. It's definitely a stacked lineup that hints Season 4 could have the strongest ensemble yet. Adding stars like Baruchel and Corrigan is a big deal because it signals how far Reacher has come. The show started off as more of a breakout stage for rising actors. Alan Ritchson was mostly known for playing Hawk on Titans, and Season 1's Willa Fitzgerald was on her way up. Now, with Season 4, it's clear Reacher is becoming a staple franchise that can attract more established talent. It helps that Reacher is one of Amazon Prime's most watched series ever, and with almost 30 Jack Reacher books out there, there's no shortage of material to keep things rolling for years. The location also looks like it's getting a shakeup. The original Gone Tomorrow book was set in New York City, but Season 4 is apparently taking Reacher to Philadelphia instead. There are also some tweaks to character names. Baruchel's character is called Jacob Merrick in the show, but was Jacob Mark in the book. The NYPD detective Teresa Lee in the novel is now Philly detective Tamara Green, played by Noel. And while Corrigan's Doherty seems to be a new creation, he's still clearly meant to slot into the same gritty cop world. The book's storyline also involves terrorism, Al-Qaeda, and Osama bin Laden, so it'll be interesting to see how much of that makes it into the season. From our point of view, this season's cast could end up being one of the best yet. Maria Sten's Frances Neagley is coming back too, and considering she's about to get her own Amazon spin-off, her presence in Season 4 feels extra meaningful. Then you've got seasoned actors like Blucas, Robertson, and Weissman who bring tons of experience to the table. The mother-daughter duo of Aang Gunn and Agnes Moe is also super intriguing, promising a family dynamic that could add layers to the story. Turning to the plot, if they stick close to Lee Child's Gone Tomorrow, we're in for a wild opening. In the book, Jack Reacher's riding the NYC subway at 2 in the morning when he notices a woman acting suspiciously. Thanks to his military background, he mentally runs through this intense 11-point checklist used to identify suicide bombers. The more boxes she ticks, the more his gut tells him something's horribly wrong. When he finally approaches her to try to stop whatever might happen, she pulls out a gun and shoots herself right there on the train. If the show manages to capture the tension of that scene, it could easily give us one of the best season premieres in the entire franchise. Naturally, Reacher doesn't just walk away. The guilt eats at him. so he starts digging into who she was and why she did it. Although the local cops, who in the book are NYPD but will probably be Philly PD in the show, try to push him out of the investigation, Reacher can't let it go. He learns the woman, Susan, worked at the Pentagon, which only deepens the mystery. Eventually, he teams up with Detective Teresa Lee, now reimagined as Tamara Green, and with Susan's brother Jacob to unravel the truth. As he digs deeper, he discovers a messy conspiracy involving everything from shady politicians to Afghan war veterans. And of course, the closer he gets, the more dangerous it becomes. He ends up on the wrong side of both U.S. government agents and foreign players from places like Ukraine and Afghanistan. The big reveal? Susan had dirt on a botched classified mission in Afghanistan, and she was silenced to keep it buried. So it turns into a race for Reacher to deliver justice before more innocent people get hurt. Given that the book didn't really bring back any big figures from Reacher's past, besides Reacher himself, it's probably safe to guess Season 4 will lean into new characters. But there's a good chance we'll still see Neagley, even though she wasn't in this book at all. She's shown up in every season so far, and even though Season 3 had no real reason for her to be there based on the source material, the show brought her in anyway. They'll probably do the same this time, maybe with some of Reacher's old 110th Special Investigations Unit friends popping up here and there in minor roles. That's actually smart because fans weren't huge on Season 2's team-up heavy story. Having Reacher run around with his old military buddies kind of undercut his classic lone wolf appeal. The creators seemed to take that criticism seriously by swinging back to a solo mission in Season 3. So, adapting Gone Tomorrow keeps that vibe intact, putting Reacher mostly on his own again, surrounded by new faces and fresh threats. There's also the upcoming Neagley spin-off to consider. Production on Season 4 only started after they'd finished shooting the spin-off, which suggests Amazon plans to release the Neagley series first. Although we don't know exactly where it'll fit into the timeline, all signs point to it slotting in between Seasons 3 and 4. Some behind-the-scenes clips have even confirmed that Alan Ritchson's Reacher will appear in the spin-off. That probably means after helping Neagley out with a case in Chicago, he'll drift on to his next stop, which ends up being Philly, setting off the Gone Tomorrow story. With all this in mind, it's clear Reacher is only gaining momentum. Amazon's putting real money behind it now, which means we're likely to see even bigger fights, slicker production, and jaw-dropping moments. And since the show's formula is built to reward patience, taking its time to build tension before delivering explosive payoffs, it stays satisfying for longtime fans while also being easy for new viewers to jump into. In the end, it all comes back to Alan Ritchson's towering muscle-bound version of Jack Reacher. The guy just keeps getting more physically imposing each season, and you know he's going to find someone even bigger to punch. Sooner or later, someone's going to deeply regret crossing paths with this impossibly large drifter who moves from town to town serving up justice. With the cast they've assembled and the story they're tackling, Season 4 of Reacher could easily become the best chapter yet in this growing franchise. And honestly, that's exactly what fans are hoping for. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.